Are you a personal trainer or a fitness coach that is having a difficult time trying to come up with ideas and topics for Instagram and TikTok? Welcome to the Empower Your Fitness Empire YouTube channel. Listen, we're going to talk about how to turn one live video into multiple pieces of content across different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. My name is Harry King Holmes, and I help personal trainers and fitness coaches rapidly scale their fitness business online to 6 figures. So if this is something that you've been, having a hard time with, as we know, short form content, on Instagram, TikTok is really popular, right? But the thing with the short form content is that you have to now, keep up with what's going on social media, right? So if you're a personal trainer, fitness coach, and you're looking to scale to $10,000 a month, then you know that you have to consistently show up on social media. So keep in mind, the point of creating content, right, on social media is to increase your impact, right? And also increase your income. Am I right? I'm sure I am, right? So as you guys may know right by now, right? Like I'm all about high ticket, right? Having a high ticket fitness offer that you can charge $1,000 to $3,000 for, and even more, right? So this is the thing. Live video is and still will be an effective way for prospects to convert into high ticket clients, because listen, the buying decision that these prospects have to make, right? Like high ticket clients are people who are aware of a problem, right? They're aware of a problem, okay? And then the ones that aren't, when you're creating this content, your content should be qualifying both. It should be qualifying the ones that are aware of a problem and disqualifying the ones that are not, all right? And long form content is going to be some of the things that these prospects are going to want to watch before they say, hey, here's $2,500, here's $3,000, now help me fix my problem, okay? Compared to having a low ticket or a mid ticket offer where they don't need to see much, because it's like, all right, they're kind of curious, or the problem isn't that big where they're trying to do, use all different resources to actually fix the problem. All right, so long form content is still effective if you have a high ticket offer. Like the reason why you're struggling with coming up with content ideas and things like that, right, is probably because you're like, oh, what type of content should I create? And you might be looking at, fitness influencers, and they're doing all of this goofy and crazy stuff on social media, and maybe you think you got to do that, but maybe it's outside of your character. One, you don't have to do that because you are a fitness professional, right, and not a fitness influencer. And of course, we have a different video where we talk about the difference between the two and the different type of content that you create if you are an influencer or a fitness professional. I speak to fitness professionals, so keep watching this video, all right? So my job here is you still want to be able to think, right? You still want to be able to take that time out and use your mind and be creative and things like that, right? But what I'm going to do is like cut that time down, right? So you can spend less time coming up with topic ideas and more time actually doing the work behind the scenes and creating the content. So this is what you're going to do to turn one live video into multiple pieces of content. So you're going to just come up with one topic, all right? And how you come up with these topics is listen to what your customer is dealing with. If this is current clients that you've had, past clients that you've had, if it's people in your DM or people, answering questions, on your story and things like that. So collect this information and then come up with one topic. If it's every week, once a week, however often you plan on going live, come up with this one topic and talk about that in the actual live video. All right. And now you're going to map this out before you actually go live. Okay. So whatever that topic is, say, for example, if the topic is how to lose your first 20 pounds as a busy mom or as a busy professional, whatever it is, right? That's the topic. All right. Now, this is what you're going to do. All right. When you're mapping out this live video, you're going to come up with 5 bullet points, 3 to 5 bullet points, right? I like to come up with 5, right? Because the more bullet points you come up with, the more pieces of content that you can create afterwards, which I'll talk about later on in the video. And these are some of the bullet points that you can come up with is 1, Identify the problem that they're dealing with. All right, so that's one bullet point. That's bullet point number one, okay? Bullet point number two can be the common misconception. Maybe the common misconception for busy professionals that want to lose, their first 20 pounds is they have to spend so many hours in the gym or they have to follow a strict diet. That's a misconception. So you want to address that in bullet point number two. Bullet point number three is share your perspective, right? The reason why you're a high ticket coach is because you're also a leader in the industry, right? And in order to get somebody to believe something, you have to take one perspective and shift it to another, right? So you're not forcing anybody to believe anything, but you're just introducing them to a different perspective. So that's bullet point number three. Bullet point number four is, all right, now how to actually do it, right? Like give them some action steps, right, that they can implement that's going to help them fix that problem. Okay. And then the bullet point number five is the consequences behind not taking action, right? So you want to always highlight these things, right? Because if they have a problem that they want to fix, right, and they don't take action on it, as we know, there are consequences for it, but there are also rewards if you take action. So that's what you can address in bullet point number five. Right. So once you map out those bullet points, don't make these long, paragraphs and things like that, because you're going to be looking at this while you're on the live. Right. So now you have these 5 bullet points. You go live, you address all of these bullet points, you post a live to your feed. Right. But now what you can do is go back. All right. Take out each part of those bullet points. Like some of these bullet points, you can repurpose pieces of content from all of these bullet points. Let's take, for example, bullet point number 2, right? Bullet point number 2 is the misconception. All right. You can create a reel from the misconception. You can create an IG story, a quote that you can post on Twitter, right? And now you can repurpose that quote also on Instagram, right? You could take that same quote, copy it, and put it on Facebook as a status, right? It's so many different, ways that you can repurpose pieces of content. And we just talking about one bullet point. I just gave you like 4 different ways to repurpose one thing that you said in that bullet point, right, across different platforms. So you can do this for all of the different bullet points that you already mapped out. And guess what? You already have topics on it. You already have ideas on it. Now you just repurposing it, right, through multiple platforms. Now listen, this one live video could last you, all right, an entire month of content. Now you have over 20 pieces of content that you can use from just one live video. Now, if this video was helpful to you, feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube. And if you know another fitness professional that needs to see this type of information, feel free to share with them, and I'll see you in the next video.